So, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is good enough. I'm pretty sure this is good enough. I can hear myself. Anyways, my name is, um, well, I guess I could break that shit down. So, I go by the artist name Sammy Mills, but I'm also trying to start up a page where I'm, working on making beats, working on day trading, and just like kind of a visual journal, you know, if that's the easier explanation. Um, so 4 years ago, 2021, around somewhere around the spring, summertime, 2021, I traded a $500 account to a $3,000 account. Mostly by following my rules. There's sometimes I overtraded or put too much risk and wanted to trade, so that kind of helped me get to 3,000. But for the most part, I did follow the rules, and I've gotten far following the rules. So what happened was one day I just lost some trades. I think I was trying to pass the 3,000 threshold. I was just like at 3,100 or some shit. And I just wanted to get to 10 grand so bad that I traded everything I had in a matter of three trades. I lost one, I was down to like 1,500. I lost another one, I was down to $5. I lost another one, and I was down to zero. Um, that's probably one of the hardest things. I don't even remember if it went like that, to be honest, but it went somewhat to where all these trades happened three times in a row. I mean, the last two trades happened at the same time. I took them at the same time. The first one happened, and then I was like, shit. But long story short, bro, it's like when I lost all that money in a matter of like 3 minutes or 6 minutes, um, like my heart sunk. Like I almost felt like I was about to have a heart attack. I felt crazy, you know? Like I felt like I was mentally unstable. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how much it affected me because I mean, I know you probably hear this shit a lot in trading. Like, the rules are simple, and I just couldn't follow the rules, even though it was simple rules that would probably set me up for life. I couldn't follow it. Um, so I took a break from trading for like 4 years. There's times I even had money to trade, go back, and I just didn't. And I was saving. Ended up struggling with alcohol addiction and marijuana dependency. And as of May 5th of 2025 this year, I was clean from everything. I quit at March 18th, I believe. Um, Went to rehab, bro. Something that is hard to talk about, honestly. I don't really tell a lot of people. Probably only the people closest to me. So now with the alcohol issue, it was alcoholism. It wasn't like I wasn't a full out alcoholic to where like I was shaking and having tremors and shit. Well, I don't even know if tremors is the right word, but I mean having like bad side effects. I just became very irritated and made poor decisions. Mental health issues, just like kind of like lashing out in public. Like not acting crazy, but kind of like just on the phone, my family just talking about how upset and tired I was. And I got help for that. Thank God, alhamdulillah. And I'm clean, I've been clean since March 18th. It's September. It's been months. This is the longest I've ever been clean. Like I always been smoking weed and having drinks here and there and whatever. I don't want to really dive too deep. I mean, yeah, I don't want to dive too deep into this because it's not the point of the video. But I just wanted to also kind of give my journey since this is probably going to be the first video on my YouTube channel. And I got myself together pretty much. And now I just had this, I was working, whatever, and I just saved up enough money to where I was like, you know what, I'm ready to go back into the markets. Before I went back into the real markets, I was using a demo account, and I scaled it from I scaled it from 600 to 1,000 before I went to rehab, and then after I came out of rehab, I turned that 1,000 to 5,000 something dollars right now, by now, right? And I was still over trading here and there, but not to the degree where I was like, it's like, it's my demo account. I really had no emotion, no attachment to my demo account. This is just fake money, you know? It's not real. So I over traded a few times and whatever, but I I made it to 5K, and that kind of showed me where gave me the confidence in the whatever it was, like the confidence pretty much to continue trading, like go get back to trading. And pretty much this last Friday I put money into my trading account, and I put like $300, I think, USD, and I lost it. Blew my account again. Put in another 3 bills USD, lost it. And put in $400, no, 250 or something like that, and lost it in a matter of a weekend, you know? And the feeling is like probably one of the worst feelings ever. Like I started to feel like I couldn't trust myself, you know? I was scared, and I just felt like, why is this happening? Like I don't know why I was doing what I was doing. Like after a certain point, I wasn't even trading my strategy no more. I was just pressing buy or sell. I was pretty much gambling. And again, outside of trading, never had a gambling issue ever. Like I didn't care to gamble. I didn't care to make money off of hope. You know. So why did I do what I did, right? And I think it just comes down to, before I even talk about what it comes down to, I did what I did again. After 4 years of staying away from everything, I did it again. And I'm very frustrated with myself, bro. Like, it's just one of the worst feelings ever. Again, like I said, you feel like you can't trust yourself, and you're trying to sit here and pin down, like get to the bottom of why this is happening, you know? So I don't know if I should. I don't know if my Microsoft Word works right now. Let me check, because I like Microsoft Word. Microsoft. Yeah, I don't even have it. All right. So we'll just use Notepad, whatever. The point is to um just make my points, right? So I'm gonna get it like this. Why am I over trading / gambling? So I felt like I'm trying to get down to the bottom of this, and I'm wondering, like, yo, what am I doing? Like, why is this happening again? And I'm trying to like sit down and ask myself, what made me do what I did, knowing the result was going to be bad? So one of it is hopelessness in life. So yes, life is better, but like I'm going through a lot. I'm not gonna air out my whole personal issues, but a lot's going on. It's not really happening to me, but happening to people I love around me, right? I'll go as far as just saying I have family dealing with addiction, right? I lost family to addiction. I um losing family as we speak to dementia and things like that, right? My mom's been working for decades, and things like that. So like I get on the charts and I immediately think I need to make this work. I'm kind of like pressuring the charts. And the funny thing about the charts is like the market it will look back at you and say, "Listen, I don't give a fuck what you're going through in life. Don't you ever pressure me. You'll lose every time." And I lost. I lost almost not everything. I'm not gonna say that. I still have some, right? But like, I lost a lot in a matter of a weekend. You know, so life, hopelessness, and life circumstances, right? The next issue is, huh? Like thinking about it now, I just had it in my head, so I just kind of forgot. But I want to make this quick. So hopelessness is one. Next one is impulsive behavior. Can't spell it right now. So outside of trading, I've been having issues with impulse, and it's almost like throughout my everyday life, like even like I even take the smalls, like after this weekend, I even take the small, like the impulses over small things serious now. Like I'm the way I'm looking at it. Like when I tell myself, like, I'm gonna get up and clean the room, and I don't want to play video games, and I don't want to do nothing all day, and then I end up doing nothing all day. That's a sense of impulse for me, because you're telling, like, impulse is kind of like you're. It's not about saying. I know impulses doesn't being impulsive doesn't mean saying one thing and doing the next, but like it kind of does at the same time. Like impulsive really what it really means is like just doing something out of like a 1 second reaction in your brain without really thinking, right? And that's definitely what I do in my trades, but like what I was doing trading, I mean. But I also look at it like I tell myself one thing and then I do the next. That's kind of impulsive to me too. So like kind of getting into like situations where after I'd be like, why did I do that? That's definitely something that I've been dealing with my life, and ever since like the beginning of last week, I've been working on. So I'm proud of that, but it's still a battle that I have to deal with, and that's definitely like definitely affects who I am and my mindset, and that self control, right? So I'll also add, um, oh my gosh. So the next thing I would say is lack of being grateful. And these are all things I could like go down a list and think. I could think of like probably 10 things, but I'm trying to figure out like certain main things, right? So I think being grateful is a big aspect of it, right? So like I'm not grateful in the sense of what I have, right? Like there's times. I'm not gonna say I never am grateful. Like I actually have a good heart, and I'm happy for the life I have right now, even though I think I want to do more and do better. And we're still in situations sometimes where things get shaky in life. I'm still happy I have a roof over my head, water in the fridge, right? I'm happy for these things. Like I'm grateful I have a piano here. I can make music. I have speakers. I could do the things I want to do in life. Like for the most part, like I have the basics necessities to have a fulfilled life. Like I have a bed to sleep on. Like, and I feel like there's times though where I just lack that, like where I'm thinking this isn't enough. I need to get to where I'm gonna be happy when I get here. I'm gonna be happy when I have 10K in my account. I'm gonna be happy when my mom stops working. And it's like I used to think like pretty much. I guess what I'm trying to say, there's a thin line, because I don't want to waste too much time right now. There's a thin line between be like not slacking and not being too soft on yourself, and being too hard on yourself and just being outright ungrateful for life. It's a thin line, bro, and you have to you have to be like right in the center of that thin line and balance yourself on that line, because if you're just being like, oh, everything's okay, da da da, then you'll never make no progress or be like 100% real with yourself in times when you need to tell yourself, yo, you're fucking up, you know? And then on the other side to that is like, okay, everything you're doing that's a small bit of progress. Like, nah, I need to keep going. I need to do more. Mom's working. This, that. No, this ain't it. I'm the only, like, I need to get my family out the situation. And then that's obviously is gonna make you overtrade, you know, especially on the days where it's all that shit's really in your mind, you know. Like with trading, like there's no supervisor or manager to tell you, yo, you're thinking like I can see you're going through some shit. I'm turning your shit off. Like it's not happening. It's on you. You get what I mean? And the last part, because I don't want to make this too long, is not like thinking about the end goal. So I think that's the biggest part. So I put money in my account and I automatically was thinking about getting to this set amount of dollars and that how I need to get to the set amount of dollars. And I think one thing I'm starting to realize with trading is like, yo, I need to stop thinking about hitting this threshold of amount of dollars and just think more about just staying consistent. Like stop worrying about the money. And part of it is like, oh, I'm taking 3 day trades a day and only, you know, risking 2 losses a day, right? So it's like I need to be able to tell myself, like, okay, sometimes if you look at the charts and you don't see your setup, you're not taking 3 trades. If you took 1 trade and you still don't see your setup after that 1 trade and you won 1 trade, then you won 1 trade and that's it for the day. You know, it's about staying consistent in your trading plan, not about getting 3 trades a day. You know, it's not about hitting that set amount of dollars by this month or by this year. It's about staying consistent. And when you stay consistent, you're going to hit whatever you're wishing to anyways. And that's one thing like that's really it like angers me like, yo, bro, like trading in life in general, why a lot of people don't make it in trading and a lot of people don't really make it in life. A lot more people work and live paycheck to paycheck for these very reasons, you know, hopelessness, impulsive behaviors, lack of being grateful, and thinking about an end goal, right? And they're trying to do something and they're trying to do it fast. That's why a lot of people take courses in trading, real estate, e-commerce, all this shit, and then in a couple months they back out of it. Like you just give up. They don't pay for the monthly fee or whatever the case is, right? Or they get a course where they don't have to pay a monthly fee, but they just don't do what they're supposed to do, what they said they're supposed to do, you know, and wonder why it doesn't work. And it's just like, I need to get out now type of thing. And, oh, it's not working right now. Fuck it. And, bro, with trading, bro, like I did this shit for 5 years. I haven't been profitable, but I'm not giving up because I put so much time and effort into this. I've demo traded and seen the results, you know? So it's like the only thing that's fucking me up is really me. It's not even trade. It's not like I'm following everything I'm supposed to do and I'm just tremendously like in the red. It's me dealing with this shit in life and having this affect my trading. So what I need to do, I'm gonna just say it quick because I don't want to make this video way too long. I'm gonna have to cut this up anyways. It's so hopelessness in life, like I have to simply just understand, okay, I am doing something. I have to tell myself, look, I am doing something about it. I am working towards my helping out my family. But working towards helping out my family is staying consistent. It's not doing things because you're hopeless and you need that change right now. It's consistency. And that even if I quit trading and I go do something else, you know, that's it's always going to be about consistency. Consistency, compounding consistency. That will compound everything else in your life. Impulsive behavior, self-control. I feel like a schedule. You know, I'm about to fill out the schedule right now and abide by that schedule with my with like every little part of me, bro. Every bit of strength I have in my body is gonna go to abiding by this schedule. If I have a job, if I'm work when I'm working, I make a schedule around my job, like around the hours of the day, the day I'm working or whatever. And still, when I get home, I'm following that schedule. I have to, you know, and having that schedule is a sense of control. You're listening to something, you're listening to a schedule that you set out for yourself, and you're maintaining control. As for not having a schedule and just doing what you want to do, kind of slowly brings back in that impulsive behavior, telling yourself, oh, I don't want, I want to cook today. I'm tired of eating junk food, and then 15 minutes later, you're at McDonald's because you're lazy and you're tired and it's 9 p.m. You got to sleep and you don't want to cook, right? So I just feel like schedule and also taking care of yourself, like self care. I feel like self care, when you take care of yourself, you kind of give yourself the mindset that you matter. So you won't be doing impulsive things when you feel like you matter to yourself. You're not going to do something you know is not good for yourself, you know, or you'll to the best of your ability try not to, right? But when you're just kind of going by life with however you want to go by it, day by day with no plan, no real plan, you're gonna be making these mistakes, and you're gonna end up being impulsive. At least in my situation, with lack of being grateful. Like, listen, I pray, bro, but it's even past praying at this point. I have to like find some sort of time throughout my schedule where I give myself 30 minutes to write a grateful list every day, a grateful list or something, a list of things I'm grateful for. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like that's important in life, like just to be grateful for the things you have, and being grateful again, it will pretty much translate into my trading, where I'm grateful for the little bit of money I made, right? And more worried about consistency than the end result of that week, of that month, of that year, and just being grateful to even be able to trade and take these wins or these losses and know, okay, I took two losses and I stopped. I'm so proud of myself. I'm grateful that I'm able to control myself, you know, instead of just oh fuck, bro, like whatever, like this is whack, just having that clear mind. Like with trading, is going to be losses. I'm going to lose a trade for sure in the future. I'm going to lose, but it's not about losing. It's about how you manage your losses. So that's part of the game. I have to be prepared for that and be grateful that I could manage that, and then thinking about the end goal. This is probably the hardest one for me, and it's not because it's last, but it's truly is the hard. Like I think about that every day. I imagine myself and my family in a better place every day. Like damn, through half of the day, like half of the 24 hours we have throughout the day goes to thinking about how I like this training is gonna change our life. So how do I stop thinking about the end goal? Stop thinking like it's not. I don't think thinking about like imagining a better future is a bad thing, but I just need to find a way to like I don't know. This one I really don't know, man. This is a good one. Like one thing I remember I learned in rehab, bro, is just for today, right? So I feel like I have to be more in the present. I have to learn how to be more in the present. And how do I do that? It's easier said than done. It's easier to say this shit, put it on the fucking YouTube, and be like, okay, yeah, bro, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and not do it, right? So that one is gonna be something that I really need to implement in my soul, in my mental, in my like subconscious. It's to think more about today than to think about the very future. It's okay to think about the future. It's okay to have a plan, bro. It's okay to have dreams, visions. It's actually a good thing in my opinion. But you have to you have to worry about today and get through today and today only. When you start thinking about the future, that's when you're trying to get fucking however amount of dollars that you feel like you want to get in a night, in a week, even in a month. Like you're setting out these plans, knowing that in trading you can't set out a threshold of how much you want to make unless it's very, 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 very realistic. If I have $10,000 and I say I want to make $1,000 this month, that is realistic. Like when I mean thousand, I mean like 1,000 to take out, right? And then wherever you have left that you made, you keep in your trading account, right? You say I want to take out $1,000 this month. That's realistic. But if you have $100 and you're like, I want to get to 1,000 by the end of this month, like I'm not saying that it cannot happen, but it's highly unrealistic, especially with that mindset. You might end up fucking yourself over and over trading because you lose some trades or whatever. Now, oh shit, I was at 500, now I'm at 4 bills. Fuck that, I'm putting in 2 bills. I need to get back, bro. I need to get back. I need to get to 600. Boom, you lose. Now you're at 200. Okay, 100, 100. Let me get back to 3 at least. I'll be happy with 3. I'll be happy with 3. Now you're at 100. So it's like think about the stop thinking about the end goal, or think about it but be at peace with the fact that it's gonna take time. And the funny thing is, it's not like when I say it's gonna take time, it's probably not even gonna take years, bro. Like, but consistency and in your trading plan and risk management matters way more than hitting a certain price by a certain time, bro. So I mean that's all I have to say. Um, I just wanted to give a rundown to get pretty much run down through everything and not go through this again, bro. I'm tired, man. I've been trading for 5 years. I'm not, like this is I put a little bit of money back, and this is it. I was like, I am not going through this again. If I keep going through this shit, I might actually have to quit. I'm getting to that point, bro. So with that being said, whoever is watching this and going through the same thing, write a list and get to the bottom of why you're doing what you're doing, and make actual plans and do something about it. And I promise you, you'll most likely get by, if not minimalize your issues to where maybe you're over trading, but you're over trading one extra trade. So now you got 3 losses instead of 2, but guess what? You still get to trade and live another day. You might be fucking yourself over a lot more, but that's better than blowing a whole account, right? That is still not an excuse to be like, okay, then I'm gonna do extra trades. No, but those days where you fuck up, because we're human, right? Those days where you fuck up as less as the least amount of like fucking up as you can. Don't just fuck up and go all out, cause oh fuck it, I'm used to this pain and hopelessness and struggle. That's what you're gonna be fucking attracting, bro. So that's all I have to say. Um, things are gonna get better, with time. I believe it. And with dedication, just dedicating to bettering yourself, honestly. So all I could say a prayer for me, man, and hopefully I get through this time. Like this is it. Like I'm not gonna do the same thing again.